Hello students, let's do simple interest exercise 11. Exercise 11 page 132 and we are with question 9. In 4 years 6,000 rupees amounts to 8,000 rupees. In what time will 525 rupees amount to 700 rupees at the same rate? That means the rate for this part from the principal to the amount is the same as this part from the principal to the amount. So we have two parts here. So here we have the first part where 6,000 rupees has amounted to 8,000 rupees, and then we have 525 rupees which has amounted to 700 rupees. Now the question is what time for the second part. For the first part the time is already given. For the second part what time is asked. Okay, so let's write what is given. So first principal is given. Now we are talking about the first part. So this is the first part and this is the second part. For the first part, principal is 6,000 rupees. This has amounted to 8,000 rupees and time is given as 4 years. Now here it says same rate, but rate is not given for the first part. That means we need to find the rate. Now what is the formula to find the rate? The rate is simple interest into 100 divided by principal into time. Now do we have the values for all these? Now do we have time? Yes, we have time, that is 4 years. Do we have principal? Yes, we have principal also 6,000 rupees. Now do we have simple interest? We don't have simple interest. That means first we need to find simple interest and only then can we find the rate. Now how do we find simple interest? So let's do that here. So now if you use this formula, simple interest is equal to amount minus principal. Okay, or amount is equal to principal plus simple interest. This is what we did. Now the same thing we are writing it this way. Simple interest is when you minus amount and principal, you get the simple interest. So let's do that now. So let's subtract amount. Amount is 8,000 rupees minus principal. Principal is 6,000 rupees. So let's minus 8,000 minus 6,000. That's quite simple, isn't it? So simple interest is rupees 2,000. 8,000 minus 6,000 is 2,000 rupees. So now that we have found the simple interest, we can find rate. So let's write the rate formula. Simple interest into 100 divided by principal into time. Let's substitute the values here. Simple interest we just found out to be 2,000 rupees. So that's 2,000 into 100 divided by principal. Principal is given to us already in the question as 6,000 rupees. So let's write 6,000 into time, and time is 4 years. Okay, now let's cancel whatever we can. So 1, 0, 1, one more here. Then we have a 0 here and a 0 here. So we've cancelled so much. Now what else can we cancel? We can cancel 4 and 200. 4 ones are 4, 4 fives are 20, and then this 0. So 4 into 50 is 200. Now 50 and 6 also we can cancel by using 2. 2 threes are 6 and 2 into 25 is 50. So what do we have here? We have 25 by 3. 25 by 3. Now this let's convert 25 by 3 to a mixed number. So 3 8s are 24 minus we have 1. So that will be 8 1 by 3. So what have we found now? We have found the rate, and that will be 8 1 by 3% per annum. Per annum because as you can see time is in years. So remember time is according to the rate. So if this is in years, this will be per annum. So we have found the rate. Now with the help of this rate, we can find out the second part's answer. That is what time will 525 rupees become 700 rupees at the same rate as the previous part. So the rate is going to be the same. So let's do the second part now. So let's do the second part now. Principal is given to us. Amount is given to us. The rate we just found out in the previous part, the first part, and the question says the rate is the same for the second part also, which is 8 1 by 3% per annum. So we found out the rate. Now we have to find the time. And the formula to find the time is simple interest into 100 divided by principal into rate. Now, do we have the values for all these? Do we have rate? Yes, we have rate. Do we have the principal? Yes, we have the principal. Do we have simple interest? No, we don't have simple interest. That means we have to find simple interest first and only then can we find time. Now, let's find simple interest. And the easiest way to find simple interest is by subtracting the amount and principal. Amount is 700 rupees minus principal, which is 525 rupees. So let's subtract these two. 700 minus 525. Let's borrow here. This is 6. This becomes 10, 9 and 10. Now 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 2 is 7. 6 minus 5 is 1. So here we've found out simple interest, and that is rupees 175. Now we can find time. Time, the formula is simple interest into 100 divided by principal into rate. So simple interest we found out to be 175 rupees. Multiply this by 100, and in the denominator principal is 525 rupees into rate, and rate, as you can see here, is 81 by 3%. Let's convert this to an improper fraction. 3 8s are 24 plus 1 is 25. So this becomes 25 by 3%. So now here it says principal into rate. So rate is 25 by 3%. So if I write it like this, 25 by 3, we already have this fraction bar here and another fraction here. So how do we write this? I can take 3 up to the numerator and leave 25 there. So when I take it, it's multiplication by 3 and 25 remains there. So now I can remove this 3. Okay, so now I can cancel. I can cancel 25 and 100. 25 ones are 25, 25 fours are 100. Let's do that. 1 and 4. Now what else can we cancel? I can cancel 175 and 525 by 5. Let's start with 5. So here 5 3s are 15, 16, 17, that is 2. So 25, 5 5s are 25. Now here 5 1s are 5 and we take 2 which is small. So I'm putting a 0 there and taking 25, 5 5s are 25. Again I can cancel 35 and 105 by 5. 5 7s are 35. 5 2s are 10, 5 1s are 5. Now I can cancel 7 and 21 both by 7 itself. So this becomes 7 1s are 7, 7 3s are 21. Now I can cancel 3 and 3. So both can be cancelled. So 3 1s are 3, 3 1s are 3. That's it. Now what is left? I have in the numerator 1 into 4. In the denominator I have only 1. So 1 4s are 4 and the denominator is 1. 4 by 1 is 4. So we have found the time to be 4 years. So the answer to the question, the second part of the question is 4 years. This is the time taken. Question 10. The interest on a sum of money at the end of 2.5 years is 4/5 of the sum. What is the rate percent? So here we have to find the rate percent. So what is the formula to find the rate? Rate is simple interest into 100 by principal into time. Now let's see whether we have all these values. Okay, now we have time is given as 2.5 years. Principal we have not been given because it just says sum of money, and simple interest was also just been told as the interest on this sum of money is 4/5 of the sum. That means first we need to consider principal to be 100 rupees. You can take it as X or you can take it as 100 rupees. Let's take it as 100 rupees. So let the sum, that is principal, be 100 rupees, and simple interest here is given as 4/5 of the sum. That means 4 by 5 of means into The sum is this 100 rupees. 4/5 of 100 rupees is the simple interest. So here let's cancel. I can cancel 5 and 100. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10 and add the 0. 5 into 20 is 100. Now multiply the numerators. 4 into 20. 4 twos are 8 and then 0. So simple interest is 80 rupees. So now that we found simple interest, we can find rate. Now time is also given to us. So let's write down time. Time is given as 2.5 years. Now let's convert this to an improper fraction. 2 twos are 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 by 2 years. So this is 5 by 2 years. Okay, so now we have all this. We can find the rate of interest. So let's find the rate using the formula. Rate is simple interest into 100 divided by principal into time. Now, simple interest we found out to be 80 rupees. So that's 80 into 100 divided by principal, and principal we consider it as 100 rupees, into time is 5 by 2 years. So if I write 5 by 2 like this, remember there's a fraction, so I can convert it. I'll do it here and show you. So this is 80 into 100. In 5 by 2, the 2 comes on top and 5 remains down. So this is 100 into 5. So now we can cancel. Now I can cancel 100 and 100. I can also cancel 80 and 5. 5 ones are 5. Now here 80, 5 ones are 5. That's 8. So 6, 7, 8. We have 3, 30. So 5 sixes are 30. That means 5 into 16 is 80. Now let's multiply what we have in the numerator. 16 into 2. 16 into 2 is 32, and in the denominator we have 1. So that's 32 by 1. That means rate is equal to 32% per annum. So this is our final answer. 32% per annum is the final answer. Question 11. What sum of money lent out at 5% for 3 years will produce the same interest as 900 rupees lent out at 4% for 5 years? Okay, so here we're talking about what sum of money. We're asked to find sum of money. That means we have to find the principal. The principal when we lend out money at 5% for 3 years. That means we have the rate of interest. We have the time. Now we have to have the simple interest also, which is the same interest as 900 rupees lent out at 4% for 5 years. That means this is the second part of the question. Second part of the question which says that 900 rupees will be lent out at 4% for 5 years. Now that interest that we get is the same interest for the first part. That means we have to find for the second part first. So let's begin with that. That is, principal for the second part is 900 rupees. The rate of interest here is 4% and the time is 5 years. Now to find simple interest, we have to find simple interest. And what is the formula to find simple interest? Principal into rate into time divided by 100. This will give us a simple interest. So principal is 900 rupees, rate is 4% and time is 5 years. All this divided by 100 will give us a simple interest. So let's cancel here. So I'm cancelling the 2 zeros and 2 zeros here. Now let's multiply. 9 fours are 36. 36 into 5. Let's multiply. 36 into 5. 5 6 are 30. Carry 3. 5 3s are 15, 16, 17, 18. That means we have found out the simple interest now, which is equal to 180 rupees. So now we can find out this sum of money. What is the formula to find principal? The formula to find principal is simple interest into 100 divided by R into T. So do we have the values for this? Rate of interest we have here. It's given as 5%. Time is given here. We have 3 years. Simple interest is the same as the second part. That means simple interest is 180. So we have all these values, we can find the principal. So now we're going to find the first part. What sum of money is what we're going to find out. Remember, sum of money means principal. Now we're going to look at this rate 5% and we're going to look at this time 3 years. And the simple interest is what we got from the second part. We're going to use that same interest. So let's write what's given to us. So we have the rate as 5%. We have the time as 3 years. Then we have the simple interest 180 rupees which we got from the previous part. Then now we have to find principal. And the formula to find principal is simple interest into 100 divided by R into T. So let's do this. So here simple interest is 180 rupees. We are multiplying this by 100. Then we are going to divide this by rate, which is 5%, into time, which is 3 years. Now let's cancel what we can. We can cancel 5 and 100. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 0, 5 into 20. We can also cancel 180 and 3. 3 and this both are divisible by 3 itself. So 3 ones are 3, 3 sixes are 18 and 0, 3 into 60. Now let's multiply the two numerators, 60 into 20. 6 twos are 12 and then add the two zeros, 1200. So now we have found the principal. The principal is rupees 1200. So this is our answer. Question 2. A sum of 1780 rupees becomes 2136 in 4 years. So this is the principal and this is the amount and this is the time. Now we have to first find the rate of interest and then we have to find the second part also. So let's look at this first part. Okay, so the first part is we have to find the rate of interest and what is given to us. Principal is given to us 1780 and amount is given to us. This is the amount. Time is given to us. Now we have to find the rate of interest. What is the formula to find the rate of interest? Formula is simple interest into 100 divided by principal into time. Do we have the values for all these? Principal? Yes, we have principal. Do we have time? Yes, we have 4 years. Do we have simple interest? No, we don't have simple interest. That means first we need to find the simple interest and only then we can find R. So let's find the simple interest. Now let's do it this way. Amount minus principal will give us the simple interest. So that is rupees, amount is 2136 minus the principal is rupees 1780. Let's subtract these two amounts. 2136 minus 1780. 6 minus 0 is 6. Now here we need to borrow. So this becomes 0 and 13. 13 minus 8 is 5. Now again we need to borrow here. So 1 and this becomes 10. 10 minus 7 is 3 and 1 minus 1 is 1. 1356. This is 0, so that is 356. So we found simple interest. Simple interest is rupees 356. Now we can find the rate of interest. The rate is simple interest into 100 divided by principal into time. So simple interest we just found out to be 356 rupees. We're going to multiply that by 100 and divide it by the principal. Principal is given to us 1780 into time, which is 4 years. Now let's cancel. Cancelling 4 and 100. 4 ones are 4 and 4 into 25 is 100. So let's cancel this. 4 ones are 4. 4 into 25 is 100. Now I can cancel 25 and 1780 both by 5. So let's try that. So 5 fives are 25. Now 1780, if you can't cancel it here, you can do division. Divide 1780 by 5. Otherwise, cancel it here itself. Okay, so I'm going to cancel it here. Let's see. 5 threes are 15, but it's 16, 17, 2. Now my number is 28. 5 fives are 25. 6, 7, 8. I have 3. So that is 3 there. That's 30. 5 sixes are 30. So I have 356. Now I can cancel 356 here and 356 there. So what do I get? So this is cancelled and this is also cancelled. So what is left? I have 5 by 1. That is 5. That means I have found the rate of interest to be 5%. So I have found the first part of my question. I found the answer to that, and the rate here is 5%. Now let's look at the second part of the question. Question is find the sum. Again, we have to find the principal that will become the amount 810 in 7 years at the same rate of interest. That means 5%. Okay, so now let's begin the second part. The second part is find the sum that will become 810 rupees in 7 years at the same rate of interest. So we have to find the sum, that is principal. So what is given to us? The amount is given to us as 810 rupees. Time is given to us 7 years. And rate of interest is what we found. It's the same rate of interest as the previous part. So we have this much. Now we need to find principal, isn't it? What is the formula? Simple interest into 100 divided by R into T. Now do we have all these values? Now rate of interest, yes we have. Time, yes we have. Simple interest we don't have. So first we need to find the simple interest. So before that, let's consider P to be X, and now we're going to find simple interest using the formula PRT by 100, that is P into R into T divided by 100. So P here we set at P be X, then R is 5%, then T the time is 7, and then here we have 100. Now let's cancel. I can cancel 5 and 100. 5 ones are 5. 5 into 20 is 100. So what do I have now here? In the numerator, I have x into 7, which is 7x by 20. So simple interest is 7x by 20. Now I'm going to find the principal by using this formula. Simple interest is equal to amount minus principal. And simple interest we said is 7x by 20. And this is equal to amount is 810 rupees minus principal, which is x. Now I'm going to continue this as a linear equation to solve for x. So I'm going to leave 7x as it is on the left hand side. On the right hand side I have 810 minus x. Now I'm going to transpose this 20 rupees from the left hand side to the right. So it's going to become multiplication. So when I multiply, I need to multiply both these by 20. So this will become 7x is equal to 20 into 810. Let's multiply 810 into 20. So that's 0. And then second one we start 2 ones, 2 zeros are 0, 2 ones are 2, 2 eights are 16. So here it is 0, 6. Now what do we have here? 16,200. So I multiplied 20 into 810 and I got 16,200. Now I need to multiply 20 into x. That is minus 20 into x is 20x. Now I'm going to bring all the x terms to one side. So I'm going to bring it to the left side. So this will remain as it is. Minus 20x, when it comes here, it will become plus 20x. So what do we have here? We have 7x plus 20x, which is equal to 16,200. So now 7x plus 20x is 27x is equal to 16,200. That means to find the value of x, I should say 16,200 divided by 27. So now I can divide 16,200 by 27, or I can cancel it. Okay, let's do this division. So let's multiply 27 into 6. 6 sevens are 42, carry 4, 6 twos are 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 162. So 27 into 6 is 162 minus, and I have these zeros which I will carry up, this 0 and this 0. So my answer here is 600. My quotient is 600. So I have found the value of x to be 600. So according to my statements, what is x? Let P or the principal be x. So I have found the principal. So let's write that down. So principal is equal to rupees 600. So this is my final answer, 600 rupees. Question 13. A sum, again the sum means the principal, amounts to rupees 2652 in 6 years at 5% per annum, simple interest. Find the sum. So first we're going to find the sum and then we have the second question. So let's write what's given to us. So rate of interest is given to us as 5%, time is given to us as 6 years, and amount is given to us as 2650. We don't know the sum, that is the principal. So let principal be x. Okay. Now since we need the simple interest to find principal, let's find simple interest. So simple interest is equal to P into R into T divided by 100. So P is, we said let it be x, into R is 5%, into T is 6 years, divided by 100. So here what do we get? We've got all this. Let's cancel what we can. 5 ones are 5. 5 into 20 is 100. I can cancel 6 and 20. 2 3s are 6 and 2 10s are 20. So what do we have here? In the numerator we have 3 into x, which is 3x, and in the denominator we have 10. So simple interest is 3x by 10. Now let's use the formula for amount to find principal. Amount is principal plus simple interest, isn't it? So this will be amount is equal to principal, we said let it be x, and simple interest we said let it be 3x by 10. Now we can substitute for amount also because amount is 2652 rupees. So in place of this, let's substitute this with 2652 rupees. So we can take this off and write instead the amount 2652. So this is equal to x plus 3x by 10. Now we have to simplify this, x plus 3x by 10. So let's do that here. X plus 3x by 10. So this is now addition of fractions. So let's give this the denominator 1. Now the LCM here is 10. So here this is 1 into 10 is 10. So x into 10 is 10x. So this is 10x plus, now here we have 10 into 1. So 3x into 1. 3x into 1 is 3x. 10x plus 3x is 13x by 10. So what does this mean here? It means 2652 is equal to 13x by 10. Now we're going to keep only 13x here. So I'll write 13x as it is. On the other side we have 2652. I'll write it as it is. Now this 10, I'm going to take it to the other side. Here it is division. When it goes to the other side, it becomes multiplication. So 2652 into 10 it becomes. Now to find the value of x. X is equal to 2652 into 10 divided by 13. How did it become divided by 13? Now this is 13x means 13 into x. And when I take it to the other side, it becomes division. Now let me see if I can cancel 2652 by 13. Let's divide that and see. So 2652 divided by 13. 13 2s are 26 minus, I bring down 5, this is 0. Now I bring down 2, it's 52. 13 into 4 is 52. So we've got a remainder 0 here. That means I can cancel these two. I can say 13 ones are 13 and this is 204. Now when I multiply 204 into 10, what do I get? I get x is equal to 2040. So I have found the value of x. And what is x? We said let principal be x. So we have found the principal or the sum to be 2040 rupees. So let's write that principal equals rupees 2040. So we have found the answer to the first part of the question. Now let's go to the second part of the question. Now the second part of the question, we have to find the time in which the same sum as the previous one will double itself at the same rate of interest. So what and all do we have with us? We have the principal because it says same sum, same sum. So this was the sum we got in the previous question, and it will double itself to form an amount. That means 2040 into 2. Let's multiply this and see what the amount is. 2040 into 2. 2 zeros are 0, 2 fours are 8, 2 zeros are 0, 2 twos are 4. So now we have the amount, that is rupees 4080. Okay, so we have the principal because it says same sum as the previous one. Then we have the amount because it says this will double itself. So that's why we multiplied by 2. Now it says same rate of interest. That means the rate of interest was 5%. Now we need to find the time, isn't it? To find the time, what is the formula? The formula is simple interest into 100 divided by principal into rate. Do we have all these values? Principal we have, rate we don't have simple interest. So after we find simple interest, we can find the time. So let's find simple interest first. So to find simple interest, we are going to say amount minus principal. Amount minus principal. Amount is rupees 4080 and principal is rupees 2040. So we're going to minus these two. 4080 minus 2040. So this is going to be 0402, which is 2040. So simple interest is rupees 2040. So now that we have found simple interest, we can find the time using the formula. Time is simple interest into 100 divided by principal into rate. So simple interest is 2040, which we just found out, into 100 divided by principal. Principal is again 2040 and rate is 5%. So now we're going to cancel and find. So now let's cancel. We can cancel 2040 and 2040. We can cancel 5 and 100. 5 ones are 5. 5 into 20 is 100. So the answer here is 20. That means the time is 20 years. So we have found our answer. The question was, find the time in which the same sum will double itself at the same rate of interest. So in 20 years, the sum will double itself at the same rate of interest. So this is our final answer. Question 14. P and Q invest 36,000 rupees and 25,000 rupees respectively. That means P invests 36,000 and Q is 25,000 at the same rate of interest per year. If at the end of 4 years, P gets 3,080 more interest than Q, find the rate of interest. So let's go slow with this one. So P's investment, this is the principal. So how much has P invested? 36,000 rupees. How much has Q invested? 25,000 rupees. So this is the principal for both of them. Then the time is 4 years. Then let us consider the rate of interest to be X. So P's interest, that means we are talking about the simple interest. Okay, simple interest. What is the formula? P into R into T divided by 100. So P into R into T. The principal is already given to us, 36,000 into R we don't know, we are making it X, and time is given to us as 4 years. And all this is divided by 100. Now let's remove the zeros. So I have 2 zeros that can be removed. So now let me just multiply 360 into 4. So let's multiply that and see. 360 into 4. 4 zeros are 0, 4 6 are 24, carry 2, 4 3s are 12, 13, 14. So 1440 X. That means the simple interest for P is 1440 X. So now that we have found the simple interest of P, let's find the simple interest of Q. So simple interest of Q again here will be P into R into T divided by 100, and principal here in this case is 25,000 rupees. So let's write 25,000 into R is X here and time is the same 4 and divided by 100. Now let's cancel. I can cancel 2 zeros here and 2 zeros here. Now I'm going to multiply 250 into 4. So let's do that. 250 into 4. 4 zeros are 0, 4 fives are 20, carry 2, 4 twos are 8, 9, 10. So that is 1000. That means the simple interest for Q is 1000x. 1000 into x is 1000x. So now we have found the simple interest for Q and the simple interest for P. We are now going to find the rate of interest after realizing that P is getting so much more than Q. Now we have been told that P gets 3080 more interest than Q. That means the difference between the interest of P and Q is rupees 3080. So what is the interest that P got? P got 1440x and Q got 1000x. So difference means when you subtract. When you subtract these two, you should get rupees 3080. So now since we have x here, this is in the form of an equation. So let's subtract 1440x and 1000x. So let's subtract that. 1440 minus 1000. 0440. So this is 440x. 440x is equal to rupees 3080. So this is also rupees. Now we have to simplify and solve for x. X is equal to 3080 divided by 440. How did we get this division? Here 440 is on the left hand side and it is multiplication. When it moves to the right hand side, it becomes division. So that's how we got. Now here we can cancel the zeros and divide 308 by 44. Let's multiply 44 into 7. 7 fours are 28, carry 2. 7 fours are 28, 29, 30. So that's 308. So 44 into 7 is 308. That means the value of x we have found out to be 7. X is 7, and what did we say x is? We said that x is the rate of interest. That means the rate is 7%. So we have found our answer. We have found the rate to be 7%. Question 15. A sum of money is lent for 5 years at R% simple interest per annum. If the interest earned be 1/4 of the money lent, find the value of R. So a sum of money means principal, we don't know. So let's consider the principal to be rupees 100. And SI, that is a simple interest, here they're saying is 1/4 of the money lent. 1/4 of this money that is lent. So that means 1/4 of means into the amount that is 100. So here let's cancel. 4 ones are 4. 4 into 25 is 100. So 1 into 25 is 25. So the simple interest we have found to be 25. Now what else is given to us? Time is given to us. 5 years time is given to us. And rate or R is what we need to find out. So what is the formula? Simple interest into 100 divided by principal into time. So now here, how much is simple interest? We found out to be 25 rupees into 100. We are substituting for all these with the right values. Principal is 100 and time we said is 5 years. Now let's cancel what we can. We can cancel 100 and 100. We can also cancel 5 and 25. 5 ones are 5. 5 fives are 25. So here we get 5 by 1, or since we're checking the rate, this is going to be 5%. So answer here is 5%. So the rate of interest will be 5% per annum. Question 16. The simple interest earned on a certain sum in 5 years is 30% of the sum. Now we don't know the sum, that means we don't know the principal, but the simple interest is 30% of the principal. We know the time. Now we have been asked to find the rate of interest. So let the sum P be 100 rupees. We'll consider that to be 100 rupees. then simple interest is given as 30% of this, isn't it? So 30% of the sum, and the sum we said is 100 rupees. So this will be 30% means 30 by 100, of means into, and 100 we have. So now we can cancel this, and what do we get here? We only have 30. That means simple interest is 30 rupees. Then the time is given to us as 5 years. Now we can find the rate. What is the formula to find the rate? Simple interest into 100 divided by principal into time. So simple interest we found out to be 30 rupees into 100. Now the principal we considered it to be 100 rupees, and time is given to us as 5 years. Now let's cancel. We can cancel this 100 and this 100. We can cancel 5 and 30. 5 ones are 5, 5 sixes are 30. That means the rate is given as 6 here. So when we write it finally, we say rate is 6% per annum. So we have found the rate that we were asked to find the question. Our final answer is 6% per annum. With this, children, we come to the end of this exercise. Thank you, children.